This conference will now be recorded.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm calling the meeting to order at exactly 6:30 of the Harwich Housing Authority, and today is April 27th, Tuesday.
I think you have to read that thing from the governor, right? Or,
Okay, the call to order.
yeah, sorry
Pursuant
about that.
Okay, pursuant to Governor Baker's March 12, 2020 order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, DLC 30A, Section 20, and the Governor's March 15, 2020 order imposing strict limitations on the number of people that may gather in one place, this meeting of the Harwich Housing Authority Board is being conducted via remote participation. No in-person attendance of members of the public will be permitted, but every effort will be made to ensure that the public can adequately access proceedings as provided for in the order. A reminder that persons who would like to listen or view this
Maybe I can't hear you.
What?
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I just want to make sure I couldn't hear you. I didn't know you had finished
Okay,
or.
sorry. Okay, the call to order has been read.
Okay, great.
Next comes the approval of the minutes from the March 21 meeting.
I just have two corrections.
Oh,
Okay,
of course you do. Go ahead. Oh, I can't hear you.
what is that?
It's Mark. It's Mark's. Mark, will you mute for a minute, please?
Yes.
Okay.
How
right,
did you know that, Elizabeth? Go
That
ahead.
All right. I don't know if it matters much, but under approval of minutes, Elizabeth's name was spelled wrong.
Oh, yes, it was.
And then the meeting adjourned, but I couldn't have seconded.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, Mark, you have to unmute unless you're saying aye or speak.
What is that? Okay. What was the second thing? Sorry, Kim.
It says the meeting adjourned. It was seconded by me, but I wasn't at the meeting, so I'm not sure who seconded it.
Okay, thank you. I will make those corrections. I will look back to my notes, which I'm sure yes, yeah, I will definitely correct those two things. Thank you.
Do we need to say
We
aye?
need to make a motion
Okay,
to,
here. I mean,
So all in favor of approving the minutes with as corrected, say aye.
aye.
Or raise your hand or something. Okay, Mark, we see your hand. So moved.
okay, so who made that motion?
I made the motion.
Okay,
Second.
and Elizabeth, you seconded it. Thank you. Okay, we have no financial report, but yes, if I want
Something at Mark's is creating a noise. Is it a fan or something?
to, I don't know what it is.
Of course, we can't hear you when you answer us, Mark, because you're muted.
I know.
Crazy.
Um,
Okay, so yeah,
I'm sorry, I'm trying to find the agenda. I had it in front of me and then I pulled the minutes up and I put the agenda someplace. Bear with me in 1 minute.
Next is financial report. We don't have one.
we don't have
Okay.
financials. I just don't have them.
And I had a question on the warrants.
Yes, ma'am.
There were question marks on the warrant.
What?
Like postmaster, question mark, 162. Eversource, question mark, 5159.
Where were the question marks?
I don't have the question marks.
Yeah, I don't have any.
2021.3 Excel, you don't have question marks?
No.
Ah, it must be because so that's an iPad problem, not a you problem. Never mind.
Do you want to know what the postmaster was? Do you care?
I mean, I did the math, so I'm guessing it's what was like postmaster was 162.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's like your-
So
yeah,
some
that's your-
reason,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'll look at them again from my computer, not from my iPad, and then
Okay.
just if I'm the only one that has it, then that's the explanation.
Okay. Great. Okay. Any other questions regarding either one of the warrants?
I'll make a motion to approve both warrant 2021-2 and 2021-3.
I'll second.
Okay, so we have a motion to, and
Mark
a
waiving.
second. Is there any discussion on the warrants now that we've already had the discussion? Is there any more discussion on the warrants? I think I had, well, I'm not sure it's really on the warrants. You've got the rental assistance program is listed there. Is that part of the warrants, Tracy?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is money to spend in the next year, am I right? The $215,000?
Yep. This is actually over the course of the next few years.
Oh, next 2 years, okay.
Over the course of the next, anywhere from 3 to 5 years, depending on how many people we have on the program and what the requirements, how much money people need, and
Yeah, we only get, it seemed like a lot of money. I thought we had it to spend in 1 year, I was hoping.
Oh, no. We, it's strictly for the rental assistance program, and it takes us a few years to get through it, yeah.
Okay, all right. So we didn't get any more warrants. We don't have more warrants. We don't have more to give out. And this money will last a few years. Okay, got it.
Right.
So is there any other discussion on the warrants? Okay, if not,
I'm sorry,
Go ahead,
sorry,
Elizabeth.
I didn't unmute quick enough. I have a quick question. Are we on the town warrant we're on the town warrant for getting more money though?
For the rental assistance program? I don't think so.
What are we on the warrant? What are we on
Nothing.
town meeting for?
Nothing to the housing authority.
Oh,
I don't think. God, I hope not. Only because I don't know if I'm supposed to be somewhere.
no, you didn't put in for CPC funds this year?
No, I was at the CPC meeting last week. They
Right,
wanted to know, they've asked every 6 months for me to come and just, give them a breakdown of expenditures. But as you see from this, we hadn't even started with this round yet, so I didn't really have anything to report.
right, I know, I was there, you were great. You're always great when you present. I just wasn't sure if we were gonna get more money this year or if this is what we have to live with for now.
This is it for the rental assistance program. I mean, if we want to come up with any other fun and exciting programs that we want to ask for money for, let me know. All over it.
Great.
Okay, so all in favor of approving these two warrants, please say aye or raise your hand. Raise up. Yes, okay. So moved. Anybody opposed? No, okay. All right. Next on the agenda, we have the executive director's report. So
Yep.
Go ahead, Tracy.
Yep, and so group home, same old. I did meet with my capital projects guy. And did you guys get that email, by the way, that I sent at the last minute? I'm sorry about that. I actually talked to him and he said it isn't that big a deal if we, you did get it, Mark? Okay, great. If we approve it tonight, because it's part of the annual plan, so he wasn't too worried about it. But anyway, that being said, Not very exciting capital projects this go around, but you know, siding replacement at the group home, and then next year condensers, air conditioning condensers. But that's just for the big ticket items. We're still working on cleanups and stuff like that on a smaller level. In the family units, very quiet. I do, the ongoing saga of the car attack to the tenant again yesterday, and he says that he has spoken to his mechanic, who said the car is not salvageable, so he's going to get it towed, but he needs the title.
Wasn't he going to do that last time?
The last time he was going to get it towed to see if he could get it fixed.
Okay.
Now he's going to get it towed, and the reason he can't get it towed is that he has to have the title to have it towed. And I said, my maintenance guy's got a guy who will tow it without a title, but apparently this person that's going to tow it will give him $500 for parts. So he does want to try to. He says he's applied for a duplicate title. So I have him on my schedule every week to call and ask him if he's got his title yet. And then I also have been in touch with the woman who has the camper, and that is also actually I had to send a not very nice letter this week to her to get rid of that. But I'm just staying on top of everybody till they're so sick of hearing my voice that they get rid of the damn cars, frankly. So anyway, but that's really pretty much it. Everybody else is nice and quiet. Knock on wood. We've had times when things aren't so quiet over there, but right now it's very quiet. So, no, you're good. And then MRVP, Kata has been, oh my God, busier than a one-arm paper hanger. She's, people keep transferring out of our area, and then we go, oh, so that means, we're going to have 2 less MRVPs, but the state goes, no, here, you can have 2 more MRVPs. So that means we've got to go through the whole process again of, going through the waiting list and vetting everybody. And so Kate has been very, very busy. When I typed this, we had 18 leased, with 1 issued and looking for houses and 2 to be offered. But as of today, she has offered, they're all offered. But they're the people that, 2 of the people that we offered are looking for housing. So they're looking for a place, but they've been offered the MRVPs. So that's good. That's a positive. As soon as we get it leased, we get to have that admin fee. So rental assistance, as we just talked about that. Kate has just taken applications. She just put another one on my desk. So she's taking applications every day. And the office is great. I think I told you guys, I never told you guys that my maintenance guy's wife had been diagnosed with cancer. Did I tell you guys that?
No.
So we had a big scare, and he was gone for a while, and she has undergone medication and is 100% cancer free. So we've got him back working full time in 100%. Everybody is just feeling so much better. That was really weighing on all of our hearts. That was really hard. And then Kata's kids are back in school, so she's been here full time. So things have been great, just great. And as Elizabeth knows, I went before the CPC about the rental assistance program. And as always, the town doesn't, they're happy with what we're doing and don't really have
Hey, Tracy. Oh, I'm sorry. I did notice on that capital plan, they had like a $25,000 thing for insulation. And I don't know if that's state money or whatever, but this National Grid, is that heated by gas or electricity?
So it's, they're going through, that he's trying to incorporate insulation. Our tax man from the state is trying to get an audit done. And he wants to combine siding replacement with the insulation. So that number that he threw out there is pretty much just a ballpark. It's not, he probably bring that number down by combining the 2 things, and hoping to get some money
Well, they have big rebate programs. It's crazy. It's free money. I mean, I have a single family house. I get like $2,000 just for insulation. So for that size house, you can almost get the set.
He's really tuned into all that. Very,
Okay.
doing all the research on that for us. So, but that's a very good point. That is, that was one of the first things he asked me is when was the last time they had an energy audit, and I think they had one 4 years ago. So, he's been working directly with the gal at the house who's in charge of all that stuff, and so he pushed it way out to 2025 just to sort of have it as a placeholder. But his plan is to try to incorporate it into the siding replacement. So, yeah. So that ought to be good. So that's it for my director's report. And I don't know if anybody had. Oh, we should probably make a motion to approve that.
Yeah, so we need a motion to approve the director's report.
So
make-
moved.
Okay.
Okay, second. Who seconded it?
Kim and I both moved and seconded. So pick
Okay,
one.
so is there any discussion on the director's report before we vote? Okay, all in favor of accepting the director's report? Aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? No, so moved. Okay. We're virtually signing this, Tracy.
Yeah. So there's no old business that I know of. And then under the new business, there's two things. One was the capital project, which didn't make it onto the agenda, so I hope that's okay. But that is something, that I didn't know if anybody had any questions that I could answer. I wish I'd known that they wanted to get this approved because I might have had Kyle weigh in on it if you had any questions. But it isn't very, again, it's not very. Sorry,
you can't add it to the agenda, right?
can we put it down under new? We can't put it under new business, no?
I think we can put it down. We can certainly discuss it and we can even vote on it, but I think our official vote will have to be taken at the next meeting. I think if you vote, it has to be if you vote on something, it has to be on the agenda. I think, don't quote me on that, but we can certainly look at it, say, looks great to us, give it our approval, and then put it for vote at the next meeting.
That's perfect. That would be great.
Okay.
That's enough for me to put on my annual plan. That's all I want, is to be able to make that note. So,
Okay.
so just looking at it quickly, the top three things those are already sort of in motion. We're already, we've already either have expended them or are expending them. They're primarily, the main thing is the emergency boiler replacement. Those boilers have all been going, and every time one goes, we just put in for it and then we get reimbursed for it. They're just slowly but surely, as opposed to doing them all at once, we're kind of waiting for them all to die, and as they die, it's on a rolling basis. And then the other, likewise, so then there's the kitchen cabinets, and again, they pushed that out to 2026 because it's going to be something that we're going to try to work on as people move in and out of the units, as opposed to upending people and having it, unless a kitchen really needs it badly, we'll just be doing those sort of as they come along. Then we're going to begin slowly, we'll do the siding at Depot in 2 stages. And the air conditioning condensers are there. We're hoping we'll get through this summer. They're really limping right along over at Depot. So if worst case scenario, if they do die, we'll do a revision of the capital plan and bump that project up. And then the rest of the stuff is basically just, coming along, stuff that needs to be done eventually. It will get done eventually. The wish list is the unselected projects down below. And those are, we'll work those in next year when we reevaluate it all. So not very, glamorous, but all stuff that needs to be done. So
Okay.
That's our capital improvement plan.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Any comments? No questions on it?
Looks
So
good.
next time we'll be ready to go ahead and just approve this because
Okay, great. I'll make a note that nobody had any questions or comments, that it looks good to everybody, and that we'll vote on it at our next meeting.
Correct,
Perfect.
correct.
Thank you very much. The other thing, and this one is important, so we're gonna start doing wage matches. So that's something that we were supposed to start back in 2018, but I guess we just didn't get started on it. I don't know what happened, but I came across a tenant that I needed, that I had a serious question about some alimony that she was receiving. She had not told me about it, so I was talking to our lawyer, and she said, well, just run a wage match. And I said, oh, I've never run a wage match. And she said, well, you need to be running wage matches, and you should be running them every year on all your tenants when you redetermine their rent. And I went, okay. And so we're going to start doing them right now. But we have to have the board approval for me and Kata as the two individuals that will be running the wage matches. It's just a formality. And we are the only two, obviously, in the office, so we'll be the only two running the wage matches. So we just need to get your approval to do that.
We need a motion to approve the wage.
That was what that legal looking thing was at the end of the packet.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that was that legal looking thing. Yeah, it's a public
Just
housing
wanted to
notice,
make sure.
Elizabeth. They're very serious. We take them very seriously here at the Housing Authority.
No, I mean, I read it and it made sense to me, but
So they're really with them
after
because-
last night, I'm a little anti-lawyer.
Yeah,
So I move that we grant approval to run the wage matches.
that's perfect.
I'll second.
So you
Okay.
two are
Is
my
there any
go-to.
discussion on this or questions?
Yep, go right ahead. Nobody? Oh, I thought someone had a question.
Yeah, I thought Mark did because it's.
Oh, yeah, Mark, you're nice and quiet. You were quiet just then.
No, you don't have a question. Okay, Mark. So, okay, since there's no discussion on it, it's obviously a good idea. It's not like their wages are going to be public knowledge or anything, just it's a way of verification. So everybody in favor of approving Tracy and, I'm sorry, Tracy and who's your assistant, Tracy?
Kata.
Kata, to do the wage match.
Aye.
Say anybody opposed? Yes, Mark, what? Are you saying aye? Aye, okay. So, okay, everybody approved, so moved, okay? We obviously, do we have any other new business? Oh, that's the wage match, okay.
That was it for new business. I didn't have anything else. I
Any-
just wanted to, now that I had you all, which is so exciting, I just wanted to make sure we, so the next meeting is really important because it's the annual plan. And I have to get everybody together. So if there's an issue, I mean, not, obviously if you can't be there, you can't be there, but just, it's gonna be the middle of June, June.
22nd, I think.
That sounds right, June 22nd. And then I was thinking then we could go, then go back to, you guys had originally wanted to go to do quarterly. Also, I talked to Sandy, when Sandy and I were talking earlier today, she was talking about doing in-person, going back to in-person meetings. And I just wanted to offer up that if the town hall isn't open and you guys did want to go back, I know it's kind of a pain in the butt, but you can come here and we can do it at the community room here. And we can do it earlier if that's better or anything like that. If anybody has anything that would work better. We've been doing in-person meetings in Chatham and it's really the building is just, the space is very conducive to being separated. So that's up to you, totally up to you guys. You're welcome to just think about it. But that's just to put that out there as an option.
I'm fully vaccinated, so I'm up for anything at this point. Get me out of that.
Me too.
Yeah.
First.
So you got your first, Kim? Yeah. And
Yeah.
but Kim, is it a pain in the butt for you to get out here, though. I know you've got the kids and stuff. I mean, that might,
It's fine.
okay.
I have 2 teenagers sitting around on their phone. I think they can watch their little brother.
They'll just duct tape him to a kitchen chair and leave him there. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
Well, they're pretty brief. I mean, that's the nice thing. And as I say, if anybody wants to do them earlier, I'm game for that. I don't know if I'm not sure. Did 6:30 work better for somebody?
Squeeze it together if we can.
I don't know, my schedule's, I'm retired, so it doesn't matter to me when we meet. What about you guys?
Yeah, no, Tuesdays and Thursdays, I don't have anything.
And I think school, I think
What?
20, I should be fine because school will be
Yeah.
up. The only time I would have problems would be when school or if sports were going on. But that would be not next.
Well, it's also a drag. The only drag about Tuesdays is that are you guys the Harwich? When are the Harwich Selectmen's meetings? They're right now, right?
Be Mondays, but they were Tuesday last week because of the Patriots Day. They're Tuesday this week because of last night's cluster frack of a hearing. And
Yeah.
wow. I mean, Law and Order is not as exciting as that was. And I think they'll be on Tuesday again next week because they couldn't do the port last night, so they had to put the port off till next Monday.
Okay. I know Tuesday can be a drag in Chatham and in Harwich because sometimes the selectmen's meeting, the selectmen's meetings are across from them, so that can be a drag. But we can think about it. We don't have to make a decision, but I just wanted to throw that out there to everybody.
And Tuesday the 22nd looks great. And
Are we going to do in person? Are we doing in person on the 22nd? Is that what we decided?
Whichever way you guys want to do it. We can do it here or we can do it. I think I posted it online as a remote access. I did not post it, and that's been posted now, like on my website, on the town website, on the state website, because of the annual plan piece of it. So I did have to go ahead and do that presumptuously. I apologize. And so that is scheduled to be a remote access.
Okay, so the 22nd is remote, definitely.
And then maybe we just have that be our last remote one, and then shoot for the next one to be in person.
Okay. So do we have a motion to adjourn? We have our next meeting set.
Okay.
One quick thing. Kim, call the voter information committee. They want to interview you get your name out there for, put you on TV.
I couldn't do the day that they had available, so they were like, okay, it's fine.
Oh, okay. Because
Yeah.
I know one of them called me and said, I want to get Kim. I'm like, I'll tell her. So
Yeah. Only had one time available for me, and it happened to be when Kaylee has her orthodontist appointment, so I was like, sorry.
Okay. So yes, we all have to get Kim. Oh, I thought of something else. We're not meeting till the end of June, and because of the COVID messing up the schedule and everything like that, I'm supposed to be reappointed to the CPC at the beginning of June. So if you all appoint me to be our representative to the CPC. So you have to reappoint me to be the representative, and then I can go to the select board and say reappoint me.
So we need to do that tonight. Do I have a motion to appoint Elizabeth Harder as our representative to the CPC?
I'll make the motion.
Okay. Anybody else want to do it? Or do I have a second? Can I second? I'm the chair. I don't think so.
Mark, if you give us the thumbs up.
Okay. And seconded by Mark.
For Mark.
Any discussion? No? Okay. So all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. You have an approval to be appointed. Go for it, Elizabeth.
I know it's going to drive me crazy eventually, but right now I love it. So,
Okay. Now that we've done that, do I have a motion to adjourn?
so moved.
Second.
Okay, second, all in favor, say aye. Anybody opposed can stay online by themselves.
Uh,
Aye.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Stay healthy, stay
You
safe.
too. You too. Take care.
See you on the 22nd. If you
Bye.
need anything in between, just give me a call, okay?